extroverted performers up on stage for the penultimate game of the opening day of the International Darts Open here in Riesa in the east of Germany. Although, even though they're both performers, you would say they are very different kettles of fish. Devon Petersen, Dancing Devon, a man who is not shy of flexing his pecs up on stage. Whereas Painter, well, it's a different kind of performance, but let me assure you that the next potential 11 legs that we're going to see on stage here, there will be plenty of antics from these two. Dan Dawson in the commentary box for this one, watching Kevin Painter, former World Championship finalist, take on Devon Petersen, top player from South Africa. Fight it out for a place in the second round, and Paul Nicholson alongside me for it. I know this is one you've been looking forward to today, Paul.
Yeah, this is definitely my pick of the games today. I think it's just a really good contrast of styles.
Thank you, gentlemen. First leg is Devon to throw first. Game on.
And obviously with the comment of Devon's dancing pecs.
Wow.
He's definitely adding something to his repertoire every time he gets on stage. That was one thing I didn't see coming at all.
Well, look, I'm sure Kev could say, you know, I could do that if I wanted. I just don't want to do it.
Is that your Kevin Painter impression?
140.
A bit more. I don't want to do it. Damn.
I'm not going to try. I'm really not.
Now then, Devon.
125.
Yeah, Kevin Painter trying to get a foothold in his season. Has played some decent stuff this year.
45.
I think what he really wants to do is get a run together. And we talked just before we came on the air here that he's a big stage player.
Yeah.
You know, he's not one for the...
180.
He's not one for the Players' Championships, the quiet rooms. He is big rooms, big noise, big antics.
60.
But
Devon, you require 136.
Devon's had a better start here. So Kevin's got to get his scoring boots on right now, because Devon could say goodbye to this. But he's busted it.
120.
You lucky boy.
Oh my word. He has come so close to busting 136 and it's fallen up. That's the most advantageous bounce out you will see this entire weekend. Possibly
16.
the whole of the European Tour.
Wow, that's a good guide for double eights. Well, don't hit double 16, Devon.
Game shot.
Hit double eight.
Devon
He got there eventually. Went
Second leg is
all the way
Kevin to
around
throw
it.
first. Game on.
Wow.
How was your luck?
How is your luck?
I think this game's going to be played at a pretty rapid pace by the looks of it. Devon in Dusseldorf took care of Kevin's good friend and fellow 20-year player Andy
60.
Jenkins. Jenks really should have beaten Devon that night. He missed a handful of doubles in the last leg. Devon took advantage.
77.
Yeah, it was a curious game, that one. Looked like Jenkins had it all sewn up and Devon somehow just... Well, he didn't creep back into the match. A man Devon's size can't creep
60.
anywhere. Just sort of muscled his way back in.
He'd moonwalk.
Yeah, he would. Sachet.
100.
But you mentioned Kevin Painter. He's the archetypal big stage player. Look, he doesn't... I'll admit, he doesn't get excited about going and playing in the sports hall in Barnsley. But when you put him on a big stage with a crowd and the cameras, that's when he turns it on. And it's also when all those dark arts of one-on-one match play darts that he is so well schooled in, they come into their own. He'll knock you out of your rhythm. He won't let you settle. He'll speed up,
59.
he'll slow down, he'll throw his darts, he'll have a look at your score and then look at his score and then look back at your score. It's always a good one, the Kevin Painter. Just like he's like crossing the road, just checking the scores a few times.
So I've got to ask you on that point then, dark arts dartists, who gets the gold medal, who gets the silver, and who gets the bronze?
Well, certainly Painter is up there.
96.
When it comes to just doing enough to win a game,
81.
there are very few better than James Wade, but I wouldn't say that he plays as many games on the Oki as Kevin Painter, who looks at double six now for one apiece.
69.
Well, they'll be hoping that Devon
Required
Petersen
126.
doesn't chip this 126.
Got a chance. Oh, Devon!
He's becoming wrong bed Devon in this match. There is a case
82.
of saying that was slightly
required
greedy, but the
12.
first start was lying so perfectly.
Double three. The ash down.
Game shot,
Nails
the
it.
second leg, Kevin Painter.
The ash
Third leg
down.
is Devon to throw first. Game on.
So Kevin Painter's where? Is he bronze, silver, or gold?
Look, I don't think there's many better than Painter, if I'm honest.
57.
Just finding ways to unsettle your opponents.
Yeah.
No, you don't do what he's done without being
134.
a very, very top dart player. World Championship finalist, Players Championship final winner. And I tell you what, some good players who won that.
100.
Yeah, most of them. Yeah, Kevin's run that year was glorious. Obviously,
100.
beating Mark Webster in the final. I think that was probably the best he played. He beat Mervyn King. Scott Rand.
Wow.
Someone that we haven't heard from in a while.
Maybe
Sure.
making a
58.
comeback.
Yeah, you never know. We talked about all the kids getting their darts out and, you know, all the prize money that's on offer. Well, it's not just the kids.
55.
It's the veterans that have taken a break. They could come back as fresh as the kids, and they've got experience.
It'd be a second comeback if Rand did. I mean, Rand
100.
played as a kid, then just didn't bother. Came back, terrified people, and then just walked off into the distance again.
He's a bit like that guy from Kung Fu.
100.
Yeah. Rode off into the distance in glory. Painter has left himself 112 here, and after losing the first leg, could be about to go
82.
into the
Kevin
lead
Aguirre,
with a break of
112.
throw. Now, needs the treble for a dart at double 16. Doesn't get it.
56.
Yeah.
Devon Uruguay 100.
Clean target that Kevin went for there. Very smart. Devon's got to stay there. He's had a few slack darts, I think. Devon hasn't really got his
44.
grouping boots on yet.
Uruguay 56.
But Kevin's going to want to get rid of this. Smart right now. No messing.
36.
Oh, he will
Uruguay
think
60.
that Devon's going to take this out. That little wry smile as if to say, right, okay, next leg. And that's
Game
exactly
shot,
what it
third
is.
leg, Devon Petersen.
Devon's shaking his
Fourth leg
head
is
because he
Kevin to
knows
throw
he's not
first.
playing his best
Game on.
stuff. Most importantly, it's a 20-dart leg, but it was a winning leg.
It's a winning leg, and that's all that matters. And that was a settler maybe for Devon, because he throws a long dart. It's a
100.
big old javelin he's got there, Devon. But that 60, which can be awkward, he made it look very, very easy. On that first one, over to the
140.
right-hand side, left a good portion of the double top to go for. He wasn't going to clatter into that first dart. Hit it with his second dart, happy days. And Petersen kicks off 140 in
100.
this leg. And all of a sudden, now it's Painter's throw that's coming under a bit of pressure, and it certainly is now.
Can't describe how much
133.
respect a lot of the players have got for Kevin Painter for what he's done in the sport. Being at the top for 20 years is not easy, folks.
85.
I think when you look at players who've come and gone, you know, really good players who've been at the top of the game and haven't been able to stay there for
58.
whatever reason. You know, you see, Colin Lloyd's not going to be going back for his tour card. We understand. The start of next year is Painter looks to fill it up.
140.
Settles for a ton 40.
Uruguay,
Devon's left the big one.
170.
But Painter's still there, still challenging. Ooh, needed another one for a go at the bullseye there,
98.
Devon, but he has put
Kevin
some
Uruguay,
pressure on this. Now
76.
76 plays 72. Already this could be a crucial part of the match.
Crucial tops coming up for Painter. And misses it again.
Devon Uruguay 72.
Well, you've had chances, Kevin. You've given yourself the opportunity. Now Devon looking at an easy 20.
Oh, my word.
Breathe a sigh of relief, and he's hit the
Shot
double.
full leg, Devon Petersen.
Oh
Good luck
boy,
to Devon to
what
throw
I would
first.
give to be in the head of Kevin Painter right now, as if to say, you are missing what you're going for, and you're still hitting the shots.
Game on.
4 words. How is your luck?
There's no luck on the double 16, but my word.
100.
If you look at the face of Devon Petersen when he went for that single 20, he's not missed the treble 20 by much. And I stress to you, he was not
100.
going for the small part of the 20.
No.
He was going above the 60. It's probably flicked the flight a little bit, and my word, has it been fortuitous for him.
Well, between that and the very first leg, where he
60.
nearly bust 136 and had his last dart drop out of the board to save him and leave him on double 8. Devon has had his fair share of luck in this game, it is fair to say.
I think what Kevin's got to do now is really just focus on the leg in front of him. He's playing as well as, if not better, than Devon on the scoring. He's just missed a couple of doubles. It's not panic stations yet. He's just got to keep steady, keep his mind on the job.
82.
You've got to think that Devon's used up all of his 9 lives if he's a cat.
We shall see.
He's one cool cat.
He is one cool.
Yeah.
100.
Looking more like Errol Brown these days, isn't he?
That's good.
With the trimmed beard and the slick hairstyle.
100. Devon, you require 145.
Kevin's always been a man who prides himself on his grooming and his appearance. Always wears very shiny shoes.
97. Kevin, you require 120.
He's going to have to shine up here for a Shanghai on 20s. That's perfect. This is a perler if he hits this. Gets him back in the match.
80.
Oh.
Devon, you require
Slightly
88.
wide. If that had been an inch left, I think it might have just crept in.
Now then, Devon. Double 8. There it
Shot on
is,
the fifth
Devon
leg, Kevin
Petersen.
Sixth leg is Kevin to throw first.
4-1.
Game on.
And once again, it's another leg where there wasn't a great deal in it, but you just see that sort of wry smirk
140.
creep across Kevin Painter's face, and you think, well, maybe he thinks it's going to be one of those nights, but he'll still keep going. Do not rule the artist out of this one.
85.
It was third dart again. You know, we've talked about that in the past of if you've got something like 48 or 32, if you chip it in the last dart, it's if to say, I'm going to give you a little sniff. I'm going to give you it. No, I'm not. I'm going to hit it.
Particularly when, you know, your previous dart or darts at double haven't really been that close.
134.
That's the one that's going to kill you, isn't it? If you inch away, oh, hang on, he's hit it. They are killers. There is a strong argument for just
85.
not even looking at what your opponent's doing. Just wait for the call. But it's very difficult when you're involved in a battle like that. You know, you're itching to get there.
100.
You can do it in noises. It's categorized by oh. That's exactly what it feels like when your opponent is doing that. I'm sure Kevin has done that to many people in the past.
I'm sure he has. But right now it's being done to him. If he can hit a treble 20 here, well, it's just
60.
the 60, and that leaves 76, and they've not really been going for Painter, these kind of finishes, so there's a sniff of an opportunity if Devon can find a treble to apply some pressure.
65.
Well, he's gone, okay.
Kevin, you require 76.
Gets him down under 120.
Well, it's going to be 16 tops again. He's missed tops a few times in this match. Can he hit it this time?
56.
No, he can't, and he's relying
Kevin, you require
on another miss from Devon. This really would be a kick in the stones.
This would hurt. Tops for 5-1.
97.
Well, he's lucky that didn't
Kevin, you
deflect off
require
the 60
20.
and bust the score. Double 10 for Kev Painter. 2 5s. Likes it up here. Oh, Kevin, I do feel for you.
Devon, you require 20.
It might not be your night. Devon Petersen, 2 10s for a 5-1 victory. 5-1 lead, not 5-1 victory.
No
oh,
score.
and another bust.
Kevin, you require 10.
Well, I suppose it's better to bust it than hit the single 5, but it may not matter if Painter comes up and hits this double 5, but the doubles are just eluding him at the minute, and they're not really close.
No score.
And that's closer, but not close
Devon,
enough.
you require 20.
And Kevin Painter, this was not in the script.
Game shot in the 6th leg.
Devon Petersen is 1 leg away
Seventh
from
leg is
knocking
Devon
out
to throw
Kevin
first.
Painter. And there's a
Game
shake
on.
of the head from the artist. Something has to change rather drastically, and it's all about those darts at double at the minute, because he's giving himself chances.
120.
When you're only hitting 1 in 12 of your darts at double, you're not going to win many games of darts.
I don't think we've had
44.
many more peculiar games on this opening day of the International Darts Open here in Risa. I was looking forward to this immensely, and it's very intriguing in its own
100.
individual way. But it just hasn't gone Kevin's way. He's missed a few doubles. And that ripple effect of missing those key shots
28.
in the middle part of the game to try and get himself back into it have really come to haunt him.
And Petersen is in charge here, the big South
135.
African. That's good enough. is down to a finish. Painter is miles back. He can barely even see Petersen. Despite the fact Petersen's a massive 18-stone hunk of meat, he's a speck in the distance for Painter. Ooh, very nearly.
Well, he was going for 2 of the green ones to leave another green one in double 16. He's left 52 when Kevin's on 333. Is he finally going to have a maximum?
145.
Well, 145. Devon's coming
52.
back to close this whole thing out. It's going to be double 16 for 6-1. Double 8. Double 8 it is, and the game's all over, folks. Kevin Painter has not turned up tonight, unfortunately. We were really hoping for a close game there, not to be. Well done to Devon Petersen. The Spartan is through to play Simon Whitlock next, and Kevin Painter, unfortunately for the fans and for us, is going home.
Yeah, he is, but Devon Petersen getting the job done. 40% on his doubles. In the end, enough to see off the artist. We've got one more spot in the second round up for grabs. It's going to be contested by Steve West, a man who is playing some superb darts this year, taking on Rene Idams, the Cube, the German hopeful, who is looking to join his countryman Mike Holtz in the second round. Max Hopp knocked out this evening by Darren Webster. All eyes from this German crowd on Rene Idams. But here's your winner, Devon Petersen.
Solid win. Yeah, I wouldn't put it as solid. I think Kevin Painter missed a few doubles in the beginning, or most of the match. He had 1 dot at least on every leg. But he seemed to not click in like the Kevin Painter that we know. But I'm just glad to win, and any result for me is a good result. So as long as I'm going through and playing on Saturday in front of a packed crowd here in Germany, in Riesa, I'm happy.
We will have a record crowd tomorrow for Germany. About 4,000 people will be there tomorrow.
Well, that's amazing. I mean, the 2,000 that are here. Thank you for coming tonight, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, tomorrow's going to be amazing. I know we got a good lineup. A few of the players are not here, but I'm sure that the players that are here will entertain, and I will be part of that. So I'm just glad and unlucky to Kevin tonight.
When Devon Petersen was born, he was able to dance. So what's the story with that?
Well, I think it happened before I was born. Whilst I was in my mom's tummy, I used to dance anyway. So, yeah, but tomorrow I'll give the full show. Yeah, I might just loosen my belt a bit and so on and so forth. But, yeah, I'm glad to win, and thanks a lot.
Yeah, good to see you tomorrow again. Thank you very much. Devon Petersen.